Hello students, welcome to the next video of Snapshots Lesson 4 Albert Einstein at School. Paragraph 3rd. See its reading. Albert flushed. I think it is not facts that matter, but ideas. He said, I don't see the point in learning the dates of battles or even which of the armies killed more men. I would be more interested in learning why those soldiers were trying to kill each other. That's enough. Mr. Brown's eyes were cold and cruel. We don't want a lecture from you, Einstein. You will stay in for an extra period today. Although I don't imagine it will do you much good. It won't do the school any good either. You are a disgrace. I don't know why you continue to come. It is not my wish, sir, Albert pointed out. Then you are an ungrateful boy and ought to be ashamed of yourself. I suggested you ask your father to take you away. Students, see some words related to it, though the words are very common, but their literary use is very important. As flush has different meaning, but here the meaning of flush, a red color that appears on your face or body, especially because you are embarrassed, ill or excited. For example, how can you tell? He said as a flush crept up his neck. Here, students, the word flush is very important as in day to day life when we use toilet, flush toilet. I am explaining, coming to the point as what is the meaning of this word as a part of the toilet that cleans it with a sudden flow of water or the act of cleaning something by forcing water through it is flush. Literary meaning of this word as a red color that appears on your face or body, especially because you are embarrassed or you are ill or you are excited. As a sudden feeling of pride, excitement or another emotions causes flush on our face. Let I use this word as how can I tell? How can you tell? He said as a flush crept up his neck. Second word, cold. Very common word, cold. Yes, let I explain this word. Cold means lacking feelings. He gave me a cold reception. Means there were no feelings, there were no positive feelings in welcoming that person. So here the meaning of cold is lacking feelings, lacking normal human feelings such as sympathy, pity, humor, etc. This is cold. For example, a cold calculated murder. It was a cold calculated murder or he is very cold man. Second meaning of this word, you can say if a person is very unfriendly, then we can say that man is cold as unfriendly and behaving as though you do not care much about another people, then meaning of this word cold is used. For example, Minakshi was really cold towards me at the party. Did you understand, students? Minakshi was really cold towards me at the party. I think the meaning of cold is clear to you. Disgrace, a blot, stain on someone's character, someone's personality by someone's deed. This is called disgrace. That, for example, he is a disgrace of the family. Ungrateful, that is thankless. The person who don't feel thankfulness towards any deed of kindness, sympathy, compassion, etc., then we say that person is an ungrateful person. Now, let I elaborate this paragraph by the explanation. Class, as you know, the history teacher asked Albert with a heavy irony to come at the teacher table and tell the class the Einstein theory of education. At this comment of the teacher, Einstein felt embarrassed. He felt troubled by heart how to explain what to do, as it was an unexpected comment from the teacher for the innocent feeling of Einstein. His face turned red out of shame and surprise. Yet he came and expressed his view regarding to education. He told the class that he thought it was not fact that was important, but ideas. He further told the class that he didn't see the point in learning the dates of battles, or even which of the armies killed more men. He further added that he would be more interested in learning why those soldiers were trying to kill each other. Mr. Brown cried with cold and cruel eyes at Einstein that that was enough. He added that they didn't want a lecture from him, that is Einstein. He further added that he would stay in the class for an extra period that day as the form of punishment. Although he didn't imagine it would do him much good, he also said that it would do it wouldn't do the school any good anyway. He told Einstein that he was a blot for the school. He didn't know why he came to school continuously. At this, Albert hinted the teacher that it was not his desire. On this, it was not his desire, he explained. Albert, on this point, hinted the history teacher that I don't come to school my own willing to receive your lectures, just such lectures, but it is the desire of their parents, of his parents. On this, the history teacher scolded Einstein, saying that then he was an ungrateful boy and ought to be ashamed of himself. He advised Einstein that ask your father to take him away from the school. Paragraph 4. Let's see its reading. Albert felt miserable when he left school that afternoon. Not that it had been a bad day. Most days were bad now, anyway, but because he had to go back to the hateful place the next morning. He only wished his father would take him away, but there was no point in even asking. He knew what the answer would be. He would have to stay until he had taken his diploma. Going back to his lodgings did not cheer him up. His father had so little money to spare that Albert had been found a room in one of the poorest quarters of Munich. He did not mind the bad food and lack of comfort, or even the dirt and squalor, but he hated the atmosphere of slum violence. He, his landlady beat her children regularly, and every Saturday her husband came drunk and beat her. But at least you have a room of your own, which is more than I can say, said Yuri when he called round in the evening. At least you live among civilized human beings, even if they are all poor students. Students, you should make underline this point. At least you live among civilized human beings. Very important point, very important line. You must remember this. They are not all civilized, Yuri replied. Did you not hear that one of them was killed last week in a duel? And what happens to the one who killed him? Nothing, of course. He is even proud of it. His only worry is that the authorities have told him not to fight any more duels. He is upset about this because he hasn't a single scar on his face to wear for the rest of his life as a badge of honor. See some words to be explained from this paragraph. Lodging, a temporary shelter or room to live on rent is lodgings. Lodging means a room, house, dwelling. It is often a temporary shelter, a room where we live. Money to spare, money to save. Slum, a house or an area of a city that is in very bad condition, where very poor people live. This is slum. The slums means a slum area, a very untidy place. Let I explain this sentence in this word in a sentence. As he grew up in the east of Bombay slums. He grew up in the east of Bombay slums. Slum violence, very good word, a compound word made by slum and violence combined. As violence caused by poverty and lack of cultured education and mutual understanding among the living people. This is slum violence. In very short and simple words, we can say the poor people who live in dirty area come come intoxicated with liquor, fight with their family using vulgar words, and thus the environment of the family becomes very dirty, unbearable, or very filthy to breathe in. Okay, landlady, the owner of a rented house or an hotel, who is handled by a lady, that is also called landlady. Let I explain this paragraph. As Einstein got a severe humiliation from Mr. Brown, the history teacher, for his fundamental thought of education, a thought related to education in real sense. But instead of getting some positive encouragement, he got a dirty humiliation from a dirty teacher. Students, I should not use this word dirty teacher, but I am compelled to do so because a teacher should encourage students for their new innovative ideas, good things. But unfortunately, some teachers are found everywhere in every state schools who tend to discourage students when they put up some fundamental things. I am sorry for this using this word dirty for a teacher. But here the concept is the content is as Einstein got a dirty humiliation from a dirty teacher. The rebuke of the teacher exerted negative come hateful influence for the school. He felt very sad. He, that is Einstein, felt very sad and troubled when he left the school that afternoon. It was not it was not due to being bad day or it had been a bad day because his most of the days in school were bad now. It was that he had to go that hateful place next morning also. It was the cause of embarrassment for Einstein. Now he did not want to go that school. He only desired his father would take him away from the school, but there was no point in asking for taking back. He did not know well that what would be answer of I am sorry he did I am sorry he did know well that what would be answer of that request from his father. He knew that he would have to stay until he had taken his diploma from the school. That afternoon, going back to his quarter did not give him happiness for its slum environment. That afternoon, going back to his quarter did not give him happiness because its environment was very slum, dirty. His father had so little money as savings that Albert had been found a room in one of the poorest area of Munich. Albert could adjust himself even in simplest provisions. Albert, being an intelligent person, could adjust himself even in simplest provisions. Because students, adjustment is intelligent. Intelligence. What is intelligence? Adjustment is intelligence, and therefore I am saying that Albert, being an intelligent, could adjust himself even in simplest provisions. He did not mind the bad food and lack of comfort or even the dirt and filthy environment of the lodging. But he didn't tolerate the dirty environment of slum violence. It was unbearable for him. He hated it from the deep of his conscience. He hated it from the deep of his conscience. In the house where he lived on rent, the landlady beat her children regularly, and every Saturday her husband came home drunk and beat her regularly. He did not miss. He was regular in beating his wife for her such behavior. These things created an abominable environment, a hateful environment, a kind of hateful silence where a peaceful mind feels suffocated while breathing. Einstein talked with his only friend, Yuri, in reference to slum violence when he called round in the evening. Yuri tried to console him, saying that he at least had a room of his own to stay at, which was more important in his view. Student, mind my words on this point. Einstein gave his valuable view regarding to Yuri lodging. He said to him, at least, he said to him, at least you live among the civilized human beings, even if they are all poor students. Very good wish, desire. Being in company of civilized people, being in company of good and cultured people is a kind of boon and responsibility of every civilized person, educated person, cultured people to create a good environment to live in. So I am highlighting this point when he says that you live among the civilized human beings, even if they are all poor students. The statement of Albert was very important for modern civilization. Yuri replied the innocent Einstein that those all students were not civilized and modest in behavior. To recall him an event, he asked him if he had not heard that one of the duel fighter had killed his opponent in fighting last week. It can't be a mark of civilization because the boy had killed his opponent in duels in fighting. So cold, so cruel that boy was. Therefore, you cannot say that all those students are students and good and civilized people. Einstein asked him, and what happened to one who killed him? Einstein asked him innocently, what happened to one who killed him? Yuri replied him, nothing of course. The man who had killed his competitor had no feeling of guilt. He was even proud of it. He was repenting that the authorities had told him not to fight any more duels. Due to this warning of the authorities, he was upset because he had not got a single mark of cut injuries on his face to wear it for the rest of his life as a mark of honor for him.